This is a 2019 Jaguar I-Pace EV400 HSE. The HSE refers to the specification, and the reason we actually purchased this particular car is exactly that. The specification is by far one of the best ones out there for sale, and I'll talk you around some of it as we go round. The car's Rhodium silver metallic, which is a very metallic silver, which can be seen quite well under these lights with the black leather interior. And starting around the front end, one of the first features is the automatic matrix LED headlights. So these do block out the cars coming in the other direction. You can see them working quite well at night time. Extremely bright LEDs, as you'd expect. And if you look in the front grille here, for a start you'll notice that it's all gloss black. This car's got a full black exterior pack, and just down the middle here you've got the camera in the front, which is part of the 360-degree surround cameras. And then finally on the front end, down the bottom on both sides, you've got LED fog lamps, which is actually an option on these as well. Quite a lot of people haven't got the fog lamps on the front of this particular car. And then part of being an electric car, the nature of it is if I unlock the car and then show you under the front here, because the batteries are all under the floor of the car, you have got almost a frunk, so a small storage area here with a netting to hold anything in. Just quite a nice feature which you don't get on any other car with a combustion engine. So if I make sure that's shut, coming around the side here, the car's got 22-inch diamond cut and importantly carbon fibre wheels. So you'll see these carbon fibre plates which just look absolutely stunning, and again the reason they're carbon fibre is all for lightweight, which helps with the range, and the wheels are quite well covered, again all to do with aero, trying to get the maximum range out of the car. Got the charging point on the side here, which has got the extra point at the bottom for the fast charging capabilities. This car can charge up to 100 kilowatts. Again, the black pack continues around the side with all the window surrounds, the side bits here, the pillars, and the black styling down the bottom of the doors there, which just splits it up quite nicely. And then I'll give you a peek inside the car as well. So all the black leather with the white contrast stitching really makes it stand out. And the contrast stitching continues down the doors, where you'll notice quite a big silver speaker, which is part of the Meridian surround system. They do a lovely speaker on these big metal sort of tweeters in the doors there. And then if I shut the door, you'll notice on the door mirror, the car's actually fitted with blind spot monitoring as well, which is another nice feature. You've got the full glass panoramic roof up here, which I'll show you more when we get inside the car. And then in the back, it's got rear heated seats. There's tons of USB points under the heated seat buttons in the middle there. And then on the doors themselves, you've got this little light just behind the speaker grille. It's actually quite a nice feature, so it will flash and warn you if there's somebody either walking past or driving past to stop you opening the door on anything. It tries to prevent an accident. Coming around the back of the car, again, I'll just open the boot using the key. So it's a full power boot, as you would expect on most modern cars these days. And again, because the batteries are all underneath the car, you get quite a nice big boot. It's absolutely massive, to be fair. And then if you have a look under here, you'll notice the first of the two charging cables. This is your traditional charge at home 3-pin plug. And then if I lift this up further, you've got a second sort of charger to charger plug. So that's if you stop at a motorway services or a friend's house who's got a charging point. That's for you to plug in there. And then 12-volt socket in the boot as well, power boot button there. And then if you have a look down the bottom of the bumper here, again, all to do with aero and increasing the range on this car. You've got this massive gloss black diffuser with the fins underneath it, quite sort of racing inspired. A very nice feature there. Don't forget, this car is nearly 400 horsepower, so it's a very quick car, and all of that is instant torque as well. You'll notice here the door handles stick out from the bodywork. They do go in flush, and the car's got keyless entry and exit, so if I press the button, you'll notice that it locks and they go in completely flush with the car. Mirrors fold as well, and if I press that button, they'll unlock again. And I'll show you inside the driver's side. So again, the contrast white stitching continues throughout the door cards. Obviously power folding mirrors, as you just saw, and the all-electric windows. Memory settings for the seats just in front of the speaker grille there. And then if you have a look at the side of the seat, they're big sort of, I believe they're 18-way adjustable seats in this particular car, heated and cooled on the front. I'll jump in the car now. So you'll see on the dashboard here, just before I turn it on, the car's showing just over 200 miles with 79% range. So when that's fully charged, it's around 280 odd miles in the winter, in a cold day like today. In the summer, you'll get upwards of 300 miles on a full charge, no problem whatsoever. I'll turn the car on, nothing to hear, obviously, because it's fully electric. Just make sure there's no radio. I quite like Jaguar's steering wheel, the way they're doing these new steering wheels with all the sort of chrome bits and the gloss black where the buttons are. It's a very nice looking steering wheel, and some nice features like the adaptive cruise control. You can adjust the distance between each car all automatically via the cruise control, lane departure warning, and then in the center screen here you can have that as a full map between the two dials. You can have it as a single dial as well. It's very configurable, have it however you like it. In the centre, we've got Jaguar Land Rover's traditional infotainment system, which features things like Apple CarPlay. You've got preconditioning to heat the vehicle in the morning, and you can actually set the charging to charge at specific times only. So if you get home at 6 o'clock, plug the car in, it won't actually start charging till the time you set, and that's to try and get the car to charge when the electric rates are a bit cheaper during the night time, so it won't cost as much money to charge. Your climate control is all down the bottom here, so if I push these dials, if I turn it to the right, obviously I've got my heated seats, and then if I turn it to the left, I've got cooled seats as well, so there's fans in these seats which will keep it cool. Down here you'll notice we've got two buttons here which are the air suspension. Quite a big feature on this car, not many cars advertised actually have that, so I can manually adjust the height of the vehicle when it's sitting still. It will do it itself whilst you're driving to get the optimum sort of performance. Again, improves ride comfort as well, so a nice feature there. And then coming up in the roof, you'll notice the big glass roof as I mentioned earlier. This automatically tints itself, so if the sun's shining on it, it will go darker just to try and stop the sun sort of distracting you whilst you're driving. But no, everything else in here is very well thought out. It's lovely. So I'll turn the car off. I'll actually turn it back on just to show you one more feature. Again, beauty of electric car, you can turn it on and off instantly, no need to wait for the engine. If I put it into reverse, you'll see the 360-degree camera there. Obviously the door's open, so the right hand side is black at the moment, and a nice big good quality reverse camera in the middle there as well. I'll come back out the car. So as I mentioned, it's a HSE, it's full of spec, it's a beautiful spec, probably one of the better ones for sale at the moment. It's 2 owners from new, it's covered just over 16,000 miles. We believe it's priced very competitively, and these are the future of motoring, so they won't hang around for too long, and especially not examples like this with all the options. My name's Ben, thank you very much for watching.